Here's the lore, guys. I used to have a Genshin account that was level... It was level... And then I never got child, but he's my favorite character. I have the Genshin child hyperfixation autism, not the math and science autism. So I'm obsessed with him for some reason. So I was like, you know what? I'm an adult now. I can buy an account with him on it. So that's exactly what I did. And I've just been grinding on this account. And now I'm level 23 and I've been doing all of the story quests again. But this time I'm actually trying to pay attention and understand what the hell is going on, because I zoned out the last time I did it. Anyway, now I'm ready for the liyue quest and I'm going to lock in, I'm going to listen, and I'm going to learn the lore. Okay, so the quest starts with Paimon telling us that we need to go to the Rite of Descension to meet the god of liyue, but she doesn't know shit about where it is and when it is, so we need to go talk to some NPCs to figure that out. The first goofy NPC that we talk to remembers that it's the Rite of Descension right after we tell her. Then she proceeds to criticize Venti for being an absentee archon.
Our god is forever with us.
Rex Lapis has been killed.
Given that you just left your godless city.
Why is she a Mondstadt hater? Also, why is she saying your godless city? That's not my city. I don't live there. So the second NPC is thankfully more welcoming, but he also doesn't give a fuck about the Rite of Descension. I like him more because he's like welcoming. Why was that lady like, go back to your godless city? The third NPC finally knows something and he tells us to go to Yujing Terrace, but he refuses to give directions as he's so adamant that as stupid outlanders, we're gonna get lost. And this really triggers me for some reason. Why was he so mean? He was like, yeah, you guys are gonna fucking get lost anyway, so I'm literally not getting lost. Was it here? And then I proceed to get lost. Oh my god, this is where we're gonna meet him. So then we proceed to make 2 wishes while Tartaglia keeps trying to dive into the water. And we wish to find our brother, which gets me kind of emotional. Then the iconic cutscene plays, but I'm gonna skip it because this is my video and I can. Rex Lapis' body descends and he dies, yada yada, we all know. And for some reason we run away in the middle of the investigation even though we're innocent. Like, it's the dumbest decision ever. There's no need for us to flee. We literally could have just spoken to them. Lumine just causes conflict for no reason, but we get to meet Child at the end of the day, so it's okay, I guess.
Come with me.
Gladly. Then we get a dialogue option to tease Paimon, so I obviously take it.
So insensitive! You have no idea just how tiring fooling around.
We proceed to Senor Snark with Child, and he says the TikTok line.
I'm not a bad guy. Oh, okay, perhaps I'm kind of a bad guy.
He also confesses that he's got his eye on me and is literally in love with me. Then tells me that the walls have ears, which stresses me out. I'm so happy I met him. Afterwards, we go to the Northland Bank, and he gives me nothing. Just kidding, it's a sigil to let us talk to the Adepti, and I still don't know what the hell Adepti are. Anyway, he then starts talking like a flat earth conspiracy theorist, thinking that the Chising are hiding the culprit or something. I don't know. Also, this could have all been avoided if we just didn't run away. Anyway, then I proceed to get distracted on my search for the Adepti, and I start collecting chests. And I also find a little Roblox-style obby.
Nom nom nom.
Which leads me to absolutely nowhere. Okay, what was the purpose of that? Then I meet Mr. Mooncarver, but the Millilith follows me there, so we have to kill a shit ton of innocent soldiers before we can talk to him. Afterwards, the weight of killing innocent souls starts to weigh on me. I just killed all of those army men. Like, I was this is so stupid. I was literally innocent. And then I was like, I'm just gonna run. And then they came here and I killed 20 men. Anyway, Mooncarver gets really mad that the Chising think that a mere mortal could kill Rex Lapis. Then we go to find the other Adepti, but before we can talk to Mr. Mountain Sharper, we save 2 treasure hoarders, which are stuck in a Zamber, and pretend to be an Adeptus messenger for funsies. But Mountain Sharper's pissed that we freed his prisoners. Then we show him our sigil of permission, and Mr. High and Mighty calms down. Then bro gets all sad that Rex Lapis died, and I insinuate that the amber he produces is jizz or something. I don't know. Lastly, we go to see Miss Cloud Retainer, and we see that she has a table set out, so we decide to cook for them for some reason. And around the little courtyard area, we find 3 cooking stations with like recipes written down, and we just cook the recipes, which somehow opens the door to her abode. But why didn't we just call her name instead of cooking and then barging into her home? Wait, this isn't what we made. This is not what we made. I mean, it looks buzzing, but we didn't make that. Her house is literally a maze. And like the brainrot Genshin fan I am, I do not expend 2 seconds of my energy to think what direction counterclockwise would go. So I just mash a bunch of buttons till I get it right. I don't know what counterclockwise is. I'm just hoping. Oh man, it's not. I'll just keep rotating it counterclockwise until it comes where I want it to. Okay, so just one more.
Nom nom nom.
All right, let's go. Then I think that I can make that wind current where I very clearly cannot, and I need to turn the platform. Rotate something. I don't know, man. Just rotate something. Anyway, when we reach Cloud Retainer, she first compliments my intelligence that I used to complete this domain, but y'all saw what I did in that domain, so...
Who are you talking to right now?
Then she decides to squash Liyue Harbor, even though her literal role is to protect Liyue. But it's okay, this gets resolved pretty quickly because she decides not to squash Liyue Harbor when I remind her that her role is to protect Liyue Harbor. Bruh. Why are these Adeptuses, like, so annoying? What, no precious chest? Stingy, Lastly, we go to see Mr. Zhao at Wangshu Inn, and he tells me to leave because apparently my mortal blood can't handle his Adeptus energy. We ask Miss Vergoldet for help talking to Zhao, and she tells us to look for the almond tofu recipe. Also, she's a feminist icon.
It's not boss lady, it's just boss.
Then we ask the chef to make us tofu, but he's like really agitated and also says he can't cook because his hands aren't steady, which leads me to believe that he's just on a lot of meth. But he denies this, saying that his hands are shaking because he saw a ghost. He asked us to check the kitchen for ghosts like a little baby, and we go to check and also see the ghost. But instead of lying to him to calm him down, we just tell him the truth for some reason. Vergodet's really chill about the ghost though, and suggests that we hang out with the ghost to get our blood used to the Adepti energy, which sounds really made up, like the other Adepti had no problem hanging out with me. But before we talk to the ghost, we need to look at rocks from a certain location, so Miss Ghost doesn't disappear. And I struggle to find the location for a hot minute. Then Miss Ghost wakes up a ruin guard because she hates me, and then when I try to talk to her, she dissociates and sings the iconic Hilly Trail song. Then she leaves, and finally Mr. Chef's ready to cook. Like, he just took my word for it. Why didn't we just lie? He also does this goofy-ass animation. Now that Xiao's got his food, he doesn't care about messing up our mortal blood. And he also suspects the Qixing like Mooncarver. We also get some Dusky Ming lore. Then we go back to Northland Bank to see my husband, who didn't help at all. Then he tells us that the Qixing are hiding the body of Mr. Rex from people who want to pay respect. And the Adepti are probably going to step in if the Qixing keeps flopping and making dumb decisions. Now, at this point, I had forgotten that these quests were divided into acts. And I started to remember when Tartaglia started asking for time and also telling me to not die.
Yes?
What does that mean? And to my horror, can I do Act 2 now? Fuck! I realized that I needed to level up. Now, at the point of editing this, I have filmed all acts, but the video has hit the 10-minute mark, and I'm assuming that anyone who's watching this video does not have a good attention span like me. So I decided to divide the videos by acts.
Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.